This morning I'm taking the sea ferry over to Grímsey Island, and this ferry is a lot smaller than I anticipated. There's only two ways to get to this island, and it's by ferry or by flight. So this island is very elusive. I loaded up my tiny piece of shit Hyundai onto this thing. Looks like a fishing vessel more than a ferry. It's a 3-hour boat ride from the mainland to the island, and it's actually in the Arctic Circle, which is dope. And it's supposed to be amazing for puffins. That island is way smaller than I expected. I've officially made it to Grímsey Island, and while I really do want to explore the town, eat at the restaurant, have a drink, I'm on a mission. So I'm going immediately to the south coast to find the puffin. There's only 100 residents on this island, and there's over 1 million birds. And it still doesn't smell as bad as penguins in Antarctica. I'm thankful. It just smells like flowers here. I like it. Over half of the world's population of Atlantic puffins actually comes to Iceland for breeding. That's roughly 8 to 10 million puffins, which is bigger than New York City. Wonder if they have their own little puffin Chinatown, Little Korea. It's really hard to get a good photo of them flying because they can fly 55 miles per hour. It's not quite 88 miles per hour or 1.21 gigawatts, but that's still really fast. They can also dive over 200 feet using their wings as rudders. That's insane. It's interesting because they come here for their breeding, and they always come to the same spot. They do mate for life, but they think it has more to do with location, because location is real for them too. I found the perfect spot to catch them flying in from the water. It's very windy, as you can probably tell. And the wind is blowing right out at the ocean, and they're flying this route right at me. So if I time it right, I can catch them coming in, hopefully with eels or fish in their mouth. This island is amazing for photography. It's ridiculous. I literally don't want to stop taking photos. I had trouble sleeping last night even. I woke up at 3 in the morning, but I did take the time to fly the drone, which I asked my host if it's legal to fly a drone here, and he said, of course. There's no police here, there's no law. You can drive drunk if you want to. Drive right off one of these cliffs a little too easily, I think. Puffins are known as the parrot or the clown of the sea. And it's not just because of the colors of their beaks, it's actually because they're goofy as shit. They're super clumsy taking off and landing. They just be clowning. And they live a completely solitary life out at sea in the winter when not breeding. We don't really know much because we haven't been able to do a lot of research about that part of their life, because it is pretty hard to find a singular puffin out on the ocean. So yeah, they just run around solo unless they're breeding. I can relate. It's a puffin's life for me. It's definitely a rite of passage to be dive bombed by an Arctic tern in Iceland. They get really aggressive protecting their nesting grounds and breeding areas. Oh, we got the microphone. The Grímsey Island Atlantic puffin. My advice, do not order the puffin, because you're gonna like it so much, you're gonna feel real guilty about it. Iceland is one of the few places, if not the only place in the world, where you can hunt it and serve it up. An extremely local and unique dish. It's a lot like those restaurants that have a lobster tank where you pick it out. You actually go for a hike and you pick out a puffin from a bird cliff. They catch it and then cook it up for you. It's pretty amazing and not true. I'm not quite sure what I expected, but I did not expect it to be red meat. That is highly unfortunate. It is so good. It tastes like a light, gamey steak with a dash of adorable. This monument means I've officially made it into the Arctic Circle for the 5th time. 3 times in Norway, 1 time in Alaska, and now in Iceland. And I gotta say, this one was kind of the most pain in the ass. Not because of the boat ride and all that, but because it was a long hike from town. You can't drive to it. Kind of annoying, but hey, I made it. I've said before that I search for meaning through travel. It's when I'm standing places like this that I feel that meaning. I just don't know how to alchemize that and feel it when I'm at home. The Arctic Circle actually moves all the time. The original location of it is way back by the airport, and I kind of would have preferred that one. I was going to celebrate my 5th time in the Arctic Circle by drinking a beer. However, I accidentally just bought malt extract. Whatever, still quite tasty. I'm easy to please, you know, I'm a simple man. Well, I guess drinking an ice cold beverage in the Arctic Circle on an island off the coast of Iceland is not that simple. Never mind. See, this is the original Arctic Circle monument, and it is way closer to town. So it has moved a lot in a few hundred years. Polar shifts. That's why Antarctica used to be tropical, not filled with aliens. Maybe tropical aliens in bikinis. Okay, now it's weird. In Iceland, the national food is the hot dog. And here on Grímsey Island, you can get an Arctic hot dog. I mean, the cod doesn't get more fresh than here. I think it's the only place you can get it. Probably not, but we're gonna go with that. They might want to rethink the SS hot dog part, but hey, maybe it's not so much a thing here. Hello, I'm gonna need to get the cod dog. It almost seems more like a cod po' boy and a hot dog bun. I'm kind of relieved it's not a fish hot dog, to be honest. Damn, that is delicious.
The fish that you had in the cod dog was like swimming in the ocean yesterday, so it was super fresh. You cannot get fresher than this.
That might have been the favorite thing I've eaten this whole trip so far, to be honest. It tasted like a gourmet, legit fish fillet. Like the fish fillet, what it is faking is that. Unfortunately, it is time for me to head back to mainland Iceland, which there are definitely worse things to do. I've got plenty of other shit to see. And just like that, the island disappears into the fog. It had to seem kind of magical back in the day. Actually, it's magical now. Grímsey Island, you got me.